Welcome to the NTN Nightly. I'm Nisha Charles. This edition's top stories. St. Lucia prepares for substantial increases in its room stock. Farmers receive certified training for improved production and marketing, and the traffic circulation plan for Castries is underway. St. Lucia's Minister for Tourism says the island is poised for a substantial increase in its room stock, which is buoyed by continuous growth in arrival and stay-over figures. Speaking to the media outlet Breaking Travel News at the World Travel Market, Honorable Dominic Fady elaborated on government's plan for infrastructure development in the travel tourism sector to accommodate the growth.
Already basking in 7 record-breaking months of increases for 2019, the month of September has joined the lot, having recorded unprecedented visitor arrivals to the island, specifically stay-over arrivals. St. Lucia received 21,608 stay-over visitors for the month of September, a 15% increase from September 2017, and the largest percentage increase for the year. This figure also surpasses the record set in 2017, which stood at 20,049 by more than 1,000 additional visitors, or 7.8%. Minister for Tourism, Information and Broadcasting, Culture and Creative Industries, Honorable Dominic Fady, indicated that with the anticipation of the continuous growth of the island's tourism sector, the government is embarking on several infrastructural projects, including the redevelopment of the Hiranora International Airport.
Well, the airport is actually part of planning. We're seeing, when we look at all the investment in the pipeline, St. Lucia, in about 10 years' time, could have an extra 2,000 hotel rooms, which would mean our room stock would go up considerably by about 30-40%. And that would mean that we've got to plan for this extra traffic. We've got to ensure that we're able to facilitate more passengers. We're able to facilitate bigger aircrafts that are being manufactured in the business right now. So we've got a huge opportunity to build a brand new terminal, expand the runway, build more aprons, and to ensure the logistics of and comfort and technology is optimized to ensure that customers are being facilitated more seamlessly as we do now.
The minister also highlighted the benefit of the cruise spot being in close proximity to the airport. He noted that given the significant economic impact of the cruise sector, it will be opportune for St. Lucia in order to provide an even more attractive tourism offering.
We get almost 1 million cruise passengers a year, an average spend of about $70 per passenger. It goes right into the heart of the economy, taxi drivers and craft vendors, and a lot of people do benefit. But the fantastic thing about cruising for passengers is that they get to sample multiple islands, multiple regions in the Caribbean at once, and the whole flexibility that it offers is just absolutely incomparable. So it is a very important component of tourism and what we do. And it is something that St. Lucia embraces wholeheartedly. We have some of the best attractions in the Caribbean, like Volcano, which is one of the most accessible volcanoes in the world, and our Pitons, which is a World Heritage site that gives visitors an enthralling attraction and a most delightful opportunity to come and see nature at its best.
Most of the growth for September 2019 was driven by the 15% increase in arrivals from the U.S. market, an additional 1,156 visitors, despite there being no major difference in airlift from that market. The second largest real growth, 1,144 additional visitors, was seen in the Caribbean market, which grew by 25%, owing in large measure to the hosting of CPL cricket endorsed under the Caribbean banner. For the Government Information Service, I am Janelle Norville.
The Ministry of Agriculture has completed a certification program for farmers, which was designed to help them improve production and marketing. More from Anissa Antoine.
The government of St. Lucia, in collaboration with the government of the Republic of China, Taiwan, hosted the Farmers Training Graduation Ceremony for the enhancement of the efficiency of production, distribution, supply chain in the fruit and vegetable sector project in St. Lucia. The objective of the training was to assist farmers with their production and marketing strategies and forms part of the government's plan to reduce the food import bill. Barry Innocent is the Deputy Director of the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Natural Resources, Planning and Cooperatives.
We actually spend in this country about $4.5 million a year on imported crops that we can grow. You, farmers under my voice and farmers listening to me via television, you have the opportunity to make a difference in St. Lucia. Your role is very important. You are not just there, you are there for a purpose. You produce food. And national food security is a very important element of any country. Every government of every country is there. The responsibility to ensure that food is available for everyone at an affordable rate. And this project aims to help you produce such foods.
Mr. Innocent noted that new technological equipment, such as specialized greenhouses, will be provided via the Taiwanese Technical Mission. Mario Cheng, head of the Taiwanese Technical Mission, stated that this initiative will assist farmers in meeting international food and safety standards.
This new project should bring a new information for our farmers or enhance our farmers' capacity. That also is important. So today is the farmer training graduation. I'm hoping that is not an end, or that should be a begin. I understand Taiwan Mission with our agriculture ministry officer, we are working closely, we are cooperating together. The reason is we try to get some more local resources to assist the farmer. So farmers is important on the project.
Farmer Kimran Augustine expressed gratitude to the government of St. Lucia and the government of the Republic of China, Taiwan, for granting them this opportunity.
We appreciate everything that you've done for us right now and in the time to come. But one thing I learned from a broken finger, the hand cannot work without all. If one of your finger breaks, it will not work. So we have to work as a team. And a team could make a lot happen in this country. And I hope that we meet our goals and we could be successful and a good team for the Taiwanese to talk and boast about us.
The enhancement of the efficiency of production, distribution, supply chains in the fruits and vegetable sector project will focus on cabbage, lettuce, watermelon, cantaloupe, bell pepper, pineapple, and tomato over a 3-year period. From the Government Information Service, I am Anicia Antoine reporting.
In more agriculture news, a bold step to harness the power of public advocacy in support of environmental issues and management is underway in St. Lucia, as the Ministry of Sustainable Development brought together public sector and private sector officials, including civil society, in a consultation to pave the way ahead. Amanda Faye Clark tells us more.
The focus is on the Escazú Agreement, which places equality at the center of sustainable development and which ensures no one citizen is left behind by creating the platform where the voice and concerns of the citizenry is taken seriously in implementing programs which may affect the integrity of the environment. Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Sustainable Development, Caroline Eugene, says the uniqueness of the Escazú Agreement is its 5 built-in pillars, providing environmental information, ensuring public participation in environmental decision-making, access to justice in environmental matters, provision to protect defenders of the environment, and capacity building and cooperation of and between environment stakeholders.
On March 4th, 2018, in Escazú, Costa Rica, the first regional treaty on environmental matters in Latin America and the Caribbean was adopted under the auspices of the UN ECLAC as the technical secretariat. Since then, the agreement has been opened up for signature and ratification to allow it to come into force. St. Lucia was one of the first countries that signed last year when it was open for signature. However, we have not ratified because we are now trying to create the enabling environment We are trying to sensitize people. We are trying to build and create awareness of how important that agreement is. As a result, today is one such step that we're taking to bring key stakeholders together to basically allow you to get information on what the ESCAZU is, what it can do for us as all stakeholders as it relates to access to information and reporting.
Coretta Crooks Charles, Communication and Advocacy Officer of the St. Lucia National Trust, says in the case of St. Lucia, this consultation to ensure ratification of the agreement is timely. The agriculture sector, she explains, is one area that stands to benefit from increased public participation and the availability of environmental information.
It makes perfect sense to involve persons involved in the agricultural sector. At this workshop, we have persons from the fisheries department. We also have someone from agriculture, and there is someone from the farmers or the fishers cooperative. I believe we invited somebody from the beekeeping association as well. So it's important because we don't have the bees and the pollinators. It affects our certain produce. So everything is interconnected, and they too should be involved in this very important agreement.
Agriculture leaders in communication, fisheries and water resources were some of the participants at Monday's consultation, charting the way forward on strategies to augment the education, awareness and participation of agriculture constituents in environmental decision-making. From the Ministry of Agriculture, this is Amanda Faye Clark reporting.
And this is the NTN Nightly. We're back after this.
Imagine being away from home, surrounded by danger and hostility, unable to escape or speak the language, and being exploited. It might sound like fiction, but for 40 million victims of human trafficking worldwide, it is a reality. Innocent people enticed by the promise of a new life, then enslaved into forced labor or sex trafficking. Human trafficking happens in plain sight. Know the signs. See it. Report it. To report suspected cases of human trafficking, call the TIP hotline at 847.
Welcome back. Motorists navigating Castries should expect an ease in congestion in the coming year as plans to prepare a traffic circulation plan aimed at relieving traffic conditions, parking, and the safe movement of pedestrians in the downtown Castries city area gets underway. Activities to accomplish this plan are being spearheaded by the Ministry of Tourism, Information and Broadcasting, Culture and Creative Industry. The Danish-based firm COWI has been contracted under the OECS Regional Tourism Competitiveness Project. The consultants who are engaged to prepare the traffic circulation plan are currently consulting with relevant stakeholders in Castries to get an idea of the prevailing issues that are contributing to traffic congestion at peak periods. So far, discussions have been held with the St. Lucia ANC Ports Authority, the Council for Public Transport, Holiday Taxi Association, Cox & Company, National Council for People with Disability, and the Castries Constituencies Council. Over the next few weeks, discussions will be held with representatives of several relevant government departments before making recommendations on how to improve the flow of vehicles and pedestrians in order to improve the safety and better the experience in Castries for both locals and tourists. And do stay with us. The NTN Nightly will be back.
One of the 8 universally recognized rights of the consumer is the right to satisfaction of basic needs. This means that every consumer has the right to basic goods and services that guarantee survival. This right includes adequate food, clothing, shelter, healthcare, education, water, and sanitation.
Welcome back. And here's a look at what's happening to us weather-wise.
Generally fair skies, occasionally becoming cloudy, with some scattered showers, mainly over the southern part of our region. Moisture content and instability in the lower atmosphere will cause some showery periods, mainly around the southeastern Caribbean region, during the next 24 hours. A tropical wave located over the central tropical Atlantic is moving westward near 15 miles per hour or 24 kilometers per hour. Tropical cyclone formation is not expected over the tropical Atlantic during the next 5 days. Tides for Castries Harbour, high at 3:12 p.m., low at 9:48 p.m. Tides for Viewford Bay, high at 4:19 p.m., low at 11:15 p.m. Seas, moderate with waves and swells 4 to 6 feet or 1.2 to 1.8 meters. The sun will rise Wednesday at 6:03 a.m.
And that brings us to the end of the NTN Nightly. Join us next time at 7 p.m. with a repeat at 7 a.m. You can also catch up with us anytime on the St. Lucia Government Facebook page or YouTube channel. I'm Lucia Charles.